Ano nga ang konsepto ng word na corroborate as a corroborative evidence? Corroborative evidence is what? Evidence of different kind. Evidence of different kind, tending to prove the same fact or point. So definitely, kapag sinabi nating may corpus delicti na, posible po bang magkakaiba sila ditong klase ng ebidensya? Yes. Anong klaseng ebidensya ang atin pong extrajudicial confession? Documentary, object, or testimonial evidence? Confession yan eh. So maybe, okay, mas malapit yan sa pagiging testimonial. Okay? Now, kapag ang testimonial, i-combine mo sa iba pang klase ng ebidensya, sabi ng public prosecutor, hindi ko nga yan mapapakonvict sa pamamagitan lang ng kanyang pag-amin. Pero, meron pa akong ibang ebidensyang pwedeng idagdag kasi may i-combine ako dyang CCTV footage. Meron akong i-combine dyan na meron akong i-combine dyan halimbawa na yung mismong photo ng atin pong accused while he is what? Driving, for example. Okay? So, magkakaibang ebidensya, yung isa testimonial, yung isa documentary evidence. If you combine them, are they different kind? Yes. Pero, sabi ng public prosecutor, gusto kong patunayan na convicted ka sa ginawa mong murder. Is it the same fact na pinupunto ng magkaibang ebidensya? Yes. So magkaibang ebidensya, matutunayan na iisa ang nangyari. Anong tawag dyan? Corroborative evidence. Pero kung lahat sila magkakapareho, 10 affidavits coming from 10 witnesses prove that the offender committed the crime of murder. Is it still corroborative? No. 10 affidavits, 10 testimonial evidence prove that murder happened. Therefore, same kind, tending to prove the same fact. Ano yan? Therefore, is cumulative evidence. Okay? So take note of your operative words. So number 27 is bravo. 28, which of the following is not considered as authorized person to file the complaint before the municipal trial court? Municipal trial court lang ba? Ano pa nga yung first level court na pwedeng magkaroon tayo ng direct filing of the complaint? It is your municipal circuit. Bakit nga circuit trial court? Okay? Bakit nga sa circuit? Because it covers at least how many municipalities? Okay. At least 2 municipalities. Now, who are allowed to subscribe? Kapag sinabi nating subscribe, ano po yan? Sa inyo pong technical writing. What will you do if you are going to subscribe an affidavit? What are you going to do if you are going to subscribe a document? You're going to what? You are going to sign that particular affidavit or document. Okay? Now, number 28, allowed ang peace officer, allowed ang law enforcer, allowed ang offended party, who is not. It is your witness to the crime committed. Yes, sir. Ang complaint ay isa din pong affidavit. Bakit hindi po pwedeng gumawa niyan ang atin pong witness? Ang complaint, isa din po yung affidavit. Or written statement. Ang complaint is also a sworn written statement. Pero bakit excluded ang atin pong witness to the crime? You go to the definition of a complaint. Hindi lang yan simpleng sinumpaang salaysay. Ang sinumpaang salaysay sa complaint affidavit or sa complaint mismo should have a charge. Kailangan may inirereklamo. Okay? Kapag sinabi natin naglalaman ng reklamo, sino po ang pwedeng magreklamo? Hindi yung witness. Ang pwedeng magreklamo, yung victim. Ang pwedeng magreklamo, yung mga tao na nasa gobyerno as part of the law enforcement or kahit sinong public officer na binigyan po ng trabaho ng atin pong batas to implement the law. Okay? Kaya excluded sa number 28 ang atin pong witness. Okay? Tandaan ha, ang complaint affidavit or affidavit complaint is not just a simple sworn statement. It is a sworn statement charging a person with a crime. So number 28 is Delta. 29. Which of the following is not hearsay? Which of the following is not hearsay? Ang hearsay, saang klaseng evidence connected? Is it documentary? Is it documentary, object, or testimonial? Testimonial. Okay? So, connected siya sa testimonial evidence. Okay? Now, when we speak of testimonial evidence, sino dapat ang pupunta sa korte para mag-narrate? Someone who has witnessed the incident. Okay? So pwede po ba niyang sabihin sa iba at magpadala na lang siya ng messenger? No. Bawal ang messenger ha. Hindi tayo pwedeng magpadala ng authorized representative unless sa ibang mga exceptional circumstances na allowed yan. Pero as a general rule, bawal ang messenger. Kasi kailan pwede ang messenger? In relation to number 29. In relation to number 29, with regard to your hearsay, kailan pwede ang messenger? Kapag patay ka na. Kaya meron tayong sabi natin exceptional circumstance. Ano po yung nagpadala ng messenger dahil patay na siya? Hearsay yan eh. Pero bakit tinanggap ng korte? Kasi pumasok sa qualification para maging dying declaration. Nagpadala po ba siya ng kanyang messenger dyan? Yes. Why? Kasi yung atin pong dapat na pupunta sa korte is now unavailable. Due to what? Unavailable due to death. Okay? So yung dapat na magte-testify sa korte, wala na, tegi na. Pero bago siya mamatay, nagbigay po ba siya ng kanyang dapat gagawing testimonya? Yes. Now, sino po ang nag-declare? Who is the declarant? Who is the declarant? Sino po yung nagpasa, nagbigay ng kanyang testimonya sa iba? That is the victim. Okay? He was the victim. He may be the victim of any crime. Now, dahil dapat magbibigay siya ng testimonya, ano po ang kanyang sinabi? Hindi po kulang na statement. Hindi dapat walang sense na declaration. So it must have a thought. Dahil sir, kapag ang pinasa mo lang na statement dun sa iyo pong messenger is, mamamatay na ako ha, sabi nung declarant, binanggit niya, isinigaw pa niya si Pedro. Yun lang ang sinabi niya dun sa kanyang messenger. Yun lang ang sinabi niya sa kanyang nakausap. Dating nung messenger o kung sino mang nakausap nung atin pong victim sa court, sasabihin niya, si Pedro po. Anong tanong sa kanya ng court? Sino yan? Anong pakialam ko dyan? Anong meron sa kanya? Magagawan ba natin ng resolution yung atin pong pinag-uusapan? Masa binigyan mo na ako ng idea na si Pedro. Ay ano si Pedro? Anak, asawa, apo, suspect, o kung sinong tao yan? It has no thought, therefore it cannot be a dying declaration. Bakit? Kapag sinabi natin na dying declaration, it must involve the different facts and circumstances surrounding the death of the declarant. Okay? So, Possibly, kung may pagkakataon, kaya hindi lahat laging tinatanggap yan, the 5 cardinal points or the cardinal points of your investigation should also be involved in this. Bakit? Kasi ikikwento niya kung ano man yung isinalin lang sa kanya nung namatay na tao. Eh sir, kapag Pedro lang binanggit, sino? Ano? Bakit? Okay? Paano ginawa? Anong meron sa kanya? Hindi yan masasagot ng simpleng salitang Pedro. So, it must involve the different facts and circumstances surrounding the death. Now, during the statement or during the narration of such statement, ano dapat ang meron sa declarant? Kaya ko isasalin kasi alam kong hindi ako magiging available. Bakit? Kasi I am conscious of what? Conscious of an impending death. Eventually, namatay po ba yung atin pong declarant? Yes. Okay? Kaya ang atin pong dying declaration may also be called as what? Ante mortem statement. Also known as what? Statement in artikulo mortis. Okay? So ginawa yan bago mamatay, ginawa yan habang naghihingalo, pero dapat po ba natuluyan dito yung atin pong declarant? Yes. Now, that statement coming from the declarant, meron pa po ba siyang chance na magsinungaling? Wala na, mamamatay na eh, di ba? So definitely, his last chance na magsabi ng katotohanan. So, it was given, okay? Given under no opportunity, okay? Under no opportunity to create falsehood. Okay? Create falsehood. Now, yung kanyang statement, saan natin gagamitin? Yung kanyang statement, saan natin gagamitin? That statement shall be given in evidence. Okay? Shall be given in evidence to any proceeding. Okay? To any proceeding wherein death of the declarant, wherein death of the declarant is the subject of inquiry. Okay? Subject of inquiry. Okay? So kapag yung pagkamatay ng declarant ang pinag-uusapan, pwede ba natin gamitin yan bilang ebidensya? Yes. Now, ang declarant natin ay okay, si Buboy. Nagkwento siya kanino? Kay? Kanino? Esteban? Stefan? O basta yun? Stefan? Basta yan. O, o ano yan? Now, kunento niya. Lahat sinabi niya na detalye buong buo. Na lahat ng may kasalanan kung bakit siya may injury, bakit ginawa ang injury, posibleng yan ang kanyang ikamatay. Gawa yan lahat, Tino, sabihin na natin ni Daniel. Okay? So ang atin pong magiging accused, Daniel. Therefore, kailangan yung criminal case in court, the civil case in court, administrative case in an administrative proceeding, for example, must involve death of whom? Death of Buboy. Therefore, it will be considered as admissible evidence even if it is considered as hearsay. Pero, pag ang criminal case, okay, involves the death of another person. Kasi dalawa pa lang silang pinagsasaksak nitong si Daniel. Ang kwento ni Buboy, namatay si Alvin nang dahil sa ginawa ni Daniel. So, kwento niya yan kanino? Ay Stefan. Okay? Now, pagdating sa korte, ang iniimbestigahan ngayong pagkamatay is death of Alvin. Now, can we use the so-called dying declaration of Buboy as an admissible evidence? It cannot be admissible. because his death is not the subject of inquiry. So kahit pa nagpadala siya ng messenger, hindi pwedeng si Stefan yung magte-testify kasi hindi niya kayang patotohanan yung pangyayari. So sino dapat ang pupunta? Is Buboy kasi siya ang nagkwento. Salita po ba ni Buboy yan? Yes. Okay? So, that is when there must be a messenger. Na kahit messenger siya, pwede po ba yung tanggapin bilang isang admissible evidence? Yes. Now, your testimony may be admitted whether it is done orally or written or pwedeng through demonstration. Okay? Kagaya halimbawa ng isang pipe at bingi, deaf mute. Hindi siya pwedeng magsalita. Eh sir, paano kung hindi rin naman siya marunong magsulat? Pero well-versed sa sign language. And through sign language, he is able to demonstrate yung kanyang testimonya. Can that be admissible in evidence? Yes. Now, testimony may be in writing. Anong example? Your affidavit. Okay? Your affidavit. So an affidavit is not a documentary evidence. An affidavit is subjected to as a testimonial evidence. Because again, from the definition, is a sworn written statement. So naglalaman po ba yun ng sinumpang salaysay ng isang individual na posible nating gamitin bilang isang testimonial evidence? Yes. Now, an affidavit, so that it becomes admissible in evidence, should be presented in court and subjected to what? Subjected to cross-examination. Okay? So yung affidavit ng atin pong witness, kailangan pareho po silang pupunta ngayon sa court para i-verify ng kalaban. What if the affidavit of that witness is not cross-examined? Nagiging, sir, katanggap-tanggap po ba yan bilang ebidensya? Hindi. Why? Kasi baka mamaya yung affidavit na yan, ibang tao ang gumawa, pero pinirmahan lang ng isang individual na pumunta ngayon sa korte para mag-testify. So definitely, kaninong salita yan? Sa ibang tao. At yung ibang tao na yan ang dapat pupunta sa korte para patunayan kung ano yung kanyang sinabi. Okay? Now, if it is not subjected to cross-examination, it becomes hearsay. Okay? If the affidavit is not subjected to cross-examination, it becomes hearsay. Now, which is not hearsay among the following? Number 29. The statement given by the informant to the police officer, hearsay or not? Statement nino yan ng informant. Sino dapat ang pumunta sa court? Yung informant. Pero because of the privileged communication and we cannot just disclose the identity of an informant, hindi siya mapapunta ngayon sa korte. So kaya, ano sabi ng korte, di mo madala, okay lang, pero itatrato natin yan as what? Hearsay. Next, bravo. The information received by a police officer from the neighborhood regarding the existence of drug den in the area. Whose statement is that information? Nanggaling sa tao na nakatira saan? Sa neighborhood. So it must be the person in the community who should testify, not just the police officer. Now, bravo. Kapag yung police officer ang magte-testify pa rin, hearsay or not? Hearsay. Alpha. The testimony of the witness concerning the letter he received from somebody. Hearsay or not hearsay? Versus Charlie, the affidavit of the witness who has not been presented to the witness stand for cross-examination. Which is hearsay, Alpha or Charlie? Charlie. Which is not hearsay? Why Alpha is not hearsay? Why Alpha is not hearsay? Meron po bang nagsabi sa akin na meron akong tinanggap na sulat? Ha? Meron po bang nagsabi sa akin na meron akong tinanggap na sulat? Wala. Hindi ko na kailangang malaman pa sa iba. Kasi sino mismo ang nakatanggap? Yung mismong witness. Therefore, kaninong salita kung magsasabi ngayon sa korte na meron siyang tinanggap na sulat? Siya mismo. Hindi nakakailanganin ng iba pang tao. Therefore, sarili niya magsasalita. Salita niya yan, kaya ba niyang patutuhanan yung kanyang sinabi na meron siyang natanggap na sulat? Yes. Therefore, it is not hearsay. Okay? So number 29, it is alpha. 30. Pedsing is a Chinese citizen who killed a Filipino on board